Welcome back everybody to Brainsgiving, the Plants vs. Zombies Thanksgiving special I'm doing every single year now. Today we have the Plants vs. Zombies Experience minigame edition. So first off, we're starting with Zombotany, probably one of the most, if not the most iconic minigame of Plants vs. Zombies. And for pretty good reason too. Zombotany is one of the funnest, but also one of the hardest minigames in my opinion. Just trying to build defense while all these things are attacking you from the literal beginning of the field is insane. But talking about my gameplay, there is nothing too crazy going on here. All I really wanted to do was just build up defense, which was Colonel Polt's pea shooters and snow peas, which you can tell just by the two plants Colonel Polt and snow pea were meant to slow down and stun those pea shooter zombies just so I could build up defense, which did not work a lot. There was a moment where they were able to bust through my defense really goodly, and I had a kind of big struggle putting it back together. But other than that one moment, I ended up the game pretty goodly, and yeah, if I had to give Zombotany a rating, I would give Zombotany a 10 out of 10. We're starting off the minigames quite strong here, and reasonably so. This is one of the most iconic and one of the best minigames in the entire game, and in my opinion, it's the best one, or second best one. There's one coming up later that's going to beat it up for sure. But Zombotany gets a 10 out of 10, or more likely a 9.5 out of 10, just because there's one game that does it better. But let's move on to the next minigame, Be Good. I don't actually know how to say the name of this level, so do not quote me on that name, because I'm not sure if we say that right. But the whole point of this game is kind of like a Connect 4, but instead of a Connect 4, it's a Connect 3, completely different thing, nothing alike. I don't even know why I said that. But basically, 3 or more plants in a straight line. There's no curved lines in here, because that would be too easy. But 3 or more plants in a straight line gets you some extra sense. You can upgrade, switch around the board, or buy new plants if the zombies got into eat plants, which happened a lot in this one, which is strange, because when I usually play this game, it doesn't really happen much. Like, I remember I got to, like, 72 matches, and then I finally got a new plant that I had to revive, which is insane. I almost got to, like, the full thing with having to buy another plant. But it happened, like, 15 times on this playthrough specifically, and it was really weird. So, yeah, I don't know what that was about. But this is another iconic game, but at the same time, it's more iconic in Plants vs. Zombies 1. Like, Zombotany has its own unofficial plushes. You don't see that about Bihoo, but then again, you wouldn't really see that, because what could you do with this? You're gonna make the switch side to a plush? Yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Oh my god. But a fun game, just not really iconic in terms of Plants vs. Zombies in general. Plants vs. Zombies 1, maybe, but in general, not really. It's still a fun game. Getting 75 matches isn't too hard. It took me a couple minutes. I don't know why I'm saying that. Every minigame takes a couple of minutes. But yeah, upgrading the plants is honestly the funnest part. I just wish that they could kind of stack on top of each other like it is in the actual minigame. But it's still fun, just this one you get to play for like a quick couple seconds, you know. But yeah, if I had to give it a rating, I would give it a good 7.5 out of 10. Maybe a really weak 8. But we can move on to the next minigame, which is Call 'em Like You See 'em. This is undoubtedly the most annoying and honestly might be the hardest minigame in the entire game. Or at least on the first playthrough, because you usually just expect them to keep giving you the same things, but they don't. Also, I was stupid and I planted the potato mines immediately thinking that they were going to automatically launch, but then when they didn't, instead of just letting the potato mines get eaten and planting the squashes, I planted the squash for some reason. It was a whole weird thing. I don't know why I did that. It was weird. I'm just as with you that I didn't plant down the magnet shrooms with the coffee beans so I could just get rid of the football zombies and then get rid of the buckheads quicker. I just wasn't thinking. I kind of forgot what this game was like until I got in, and I immediately realized, oh wow, this game is annoying, and I forgot about that. So yeah, it was bad. But they give you melon pots, magnet shrooms, coffee beans, walnuts, pumpkins, chompers, garden things, whatever, potted plant, the pots, you know what I'm talking about. Jalapenos, and then they only give you one set of potato mines. And the way the game works is that when you get one, if you plant it on a specific lane, the entire lane will be covered by that same plant, which is a cool concept, but the way they do it in this is kind of annoying and I don't like it that much, so there's that. But yeah, the only notable thing that really happened is this moment, whenever the Jack-O thingy majiggies kind of just blew up like 5 times and destroyed my entire lawn, and then ladder zombies just kind of came out of nowhere, 2 rows of them by the way, which is really cool. I like that a lot. And then that caused football zombies to come charging down my lane and just start eating everything. I had to plant down everything I could to protect them because I just wanted the lawnmower to kill all the zombies I could kill. But yeah, this is just an annoying minigame. but it's not a bad one. It's just really annoying. It could have been executed better, which is something I agree. I just fully believe it could have been executed a little better. But if I had to give it a rating, I would give it again a 6/5. Next is Whack-A-Zombie. Whack-A-Zombie is a pretty fun one in my opinion, but it's also just kind of boring. It takes a really long time to build up, which I don't think a lot of the other minigames kind of have that problem. Like Zombotany kind of just throws you right in the action with the first zombie. Call him like you see him, maybe not that fun, but it does throw you into the action pretty quickly. And then Bugled, or however you say it, also was another one that just kind of throws you into the action, but this one takes kind of a while to settle in. I think if they just started off with 2 zombies right off the bat that are really slower than the normal zombies, I think that would have been way better than just starting off with one who is incredibly slow. Basically, this entire game is whack-a-mole where zombies will pop into graves and your job is to bust them on the head with hammers. And some zombies have the chance to give you sun. They give you 75 sun every time you kill them, and that could be used to buy potato mines, grave busters, or cherry bombs. I only use them for grave busters just so I can get little extra coins, because even if they didn't give you sun, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because I'm just not good at this game. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game in my opinion. I don't think there's anything objectively bad about it, except for how slow it takes to get into the action. But once it does get into the action, it's nicely paced. I like it a lot. It's a fun game after you get into the action. But yeah, I guess that is it for this game. It's a fun one. I had fun playing it. I would give it a good 7 out of 10. I'm giving him mainly 7s, and that's not going to change because this next game is my favorite minigame of pretty much all time in Plants vs. Zombies.
And that game being Facebreaker. I love Facebreaker. Just the sheer mystery of it all, like you don't really know what you're gonna get, has always been something fun to me, and the idea of breaking vases to get it is even more fun to me. I just love this game. I can't get over how good this minigame is. It's just perfect. It's amazing. I love it. And yeah, basically you go through 3 waves of zombies and plants and random vases that you have to break open. They will either be zombies or plants. Those going from pea shooters to squashes to snow peas, pea shooters, and squashes to then hypno shrooms, snow peas, and pea shooters. But the game is just incredibly fun, and I love this game to like death almost. But yeah, it's a really fun game, and it's just really fun. I like it a lot, and trust me, later down the line there will be more Facebreaker. So yeah, it's a really fun game. I enjoy it a bunch, and if I had to give it a rating, it would be a 10 out of 10. So yeah, great game, love it a lot. Probably, no, it is the best. I'm gonna say that, and my opinion is fact, so don't even try to fact check. But it was definitely the funnest game I had to play for this video. So yeah, but speaking of this video, it is the end of this video. So so yeah, man, peace. But before I go, I gotta talk about this insane clip I hit with the hypno shroom. I just placed it randomly, and it was fucking amazing. I love that. Anyways, bye.